What up, Space Fam? Goes in here from AnimeUproar, back at it again to discuss the latest developments in the One Piece story. And we've been waiting for this development for a long time, so make sure to stay tuned for this one. If you enjoy these One Piece reviews and want to keep them coming, then channel the Pirate King within and smash that like button with no mercy. If you haven't, joined the Nakama right now by hitting that subscribe button, and most importantly, hit that notification bell or you will miss future One Piece videos. And while you wait for the next intense chapter to drop, feel free to check out my growing One Piece playlist where I got videos about the Yonko, Warlord, Supernova, and more. Link to that is in the description. Now without further ado, let's jump into it. This chapter is called The Night Reflected on a Go board, and I actually did watch a documentary recently about Go and how AI has gotten to the point where it can beat the masters, so I will actually be able to understand this reference. Not gonna lie though, it did make me a bit sad that computers surpassed humans in this game. I was definitely rooting for the humans. But back to the chapter, and it can't start out any more hype than this. We're told that Luffy is attacking with every fiber of his being. He's hitting Kaido everywhere and Kaido's just taking it. Big Mom is shocked by the scene, as is Kid when Luffy sends Kaido's dragon form down to the ground with one final punch. Big Mom is wondering and asking for Kaido as if checking if he's still conscious. So this is some crazy stuff. Doing something like this to the strongest creature in the world and shocking another Yonko in the process is no joke. Luffy has come a long way. However, this insane strength comes at a price, and Luffy becomes powerless after prolonged use of his fourth gear. Kid is shocked, wondering when he got hit, and Law explains that he didn't, it's just a side effect of that power and that he'll be unable to use Haki for 10 minutes. To Kid, it makes sense that such a power has drawbacks, but it's still worth it if those blows did some damage. But with Kaido, it really seems like he just shrugs off everything, no matter how cool or devastating the attacks look. At this point, no matter how an attack looks, I'm just assuming Kaido is fine until we see otherwise. Big Mom takes advantage of Luffy's weakness and moves in for the kill, and Zoro has to jump in and save Luffy's limp body. Now that Luffy is going to be out for a bit, we can expect Zoro, Law, and Kid to shine some more, since Luffy was definitely hogging the spotlight there. Maybe Killer too, but he's already shown us something. We're still waiting on you, Kid, to blow us away. Just want to note that I really like this kind of fighting and storytelling. I like that Luffy, despite how strong he is, still needs to depend on others to win this fight. Whether they win or lose, it's gonna be a team effort. And now back to Kid. Even though he didn't blow us away yet, he tells Killer to not let up because they're going to finish Kaido off. You love to see it, even though you know it's a woefully premature statement. Kaido uses the move Dragon Twister, and he just keeps looking more and more like a Pokemon, doesn't he? Long story short, Kid and Killer are blown away by this attack, as most people are. Zoro mentions that it really is like facing a natural disaster, and like I mentioned in the previous chapters, I love all of these godlike comparisons to the forces of nature. They are hyping up the Yonko so much that it's going to be so satisfying if our mere humans, who we watch grow up, manage to come out on top. Zoro loses hold of Luffy. He is about to get swallowed by Kaido when Zoro has one of his sick "what do you think you're doing with my captain" moments. As Zoro uses three-sword style, Kaido affirms that it is the sword that is the source of the strange Haki. How the significance of the sword will play out, let me know what you think, but we cannot underestimate Zoro's role in all of this. An OP sword needs an OP wielder to bring out its potential, and it's so sick to see Zoro form the shape of a dragon to attack a dragon. He uses Great Dragon Twister to actually penetrate Kaido's scales, and the name of this move is absolutely perfect. As if there weren't enough reasons that Zoro should be the one to take on a main role in taking Kaido down. Even Big Mom is surprised that Zoro actually cut Kaido. Again, she singles out Zoro, not just the sword. Luffy and Zoro have both been absolutely amazing so far in this fight. In my view, the others really gotta pick up the slack. Kaido finally figures out that it's Odin's sword that Zoro is using. As you'd expect, Kaido is not seriously hurt, and he laughs off the idea that his twister could be countered by another one. He uses Dragon Twister, Gale of Destruction, and sends air blades flying at everyone. Law has the easiest time avoiding it, but Zoro is struggling to get Luffy and him out of the way. And unfortunately, we now move away from the roof, but you gotta admit, Oda gave us more uninterrupted on-the-roof content than we probably expected. People mention that the roof fight must be insane as the debris keeps raining down. We see Orochi's head, again making us think he may yet be alive as a result of his mythical 8-headed snake devil fruit. Honestly, I'll be very surprised if he doesn't survive at this point. It's a mythical zone called Hebi Hebi no Mi model Yamata no Orochi, and we all know how many times Orochimaru from Naruto came back. CP0, the strongest of all Cypher Pole units, is actually present. They're playing Go and they mention being invited to the feast. I love it when we see these big players get involved. There are some interesting convo topics like the clash between Kaido and the worst generation being inevitable after Doflamingo's defeat. The man says it seems like fate conspired to make allies of samurai and the pirates. So this is yet another mention of fate, where Yamato actually recently mentioned fate too. Fate really does seem to play a big role in One Piece. You could say that Luffy is fated to be the Pirate King when you see all the parallels he has with Goldie Roger. It's mentioned that the world is about to undergo a drastic shift and that if two emperors were to fall, the future would become uncertain. That's clear enough to us without them having to say it, but it does raise the significance of this battle even more. It's said that the emperor's failing is an impossible outcome, but this wouldn't be the first time that Luffy made the seemingly impossible happen. We're told the invaders definitely lost less men, but they had less to begin with. Our boys are complimented for the surprise raid as a strategy, but it's mentioned that simply assassinating the enemy's leadership is unlikely to settle the conflict. Interesting words, and part of that is also because there are so many big players present. 5 Supernova on the roof and 2 Yonko, not counting all the other big names here. It makes sense that if a captain was taken down, such strong fighters would go for revenge rather than giving up. For these reasons, they feel like countering Kaido's executives will be key, or like a Go board, they'll be surrounded with no way out. This is a nice nod to the importance of the other battles going on, which may not be as hype as the main one, but are nonetheless significant. Again, everyone's role is vital, and you gotta love that about One Piece. What Frankie, Sanji, Nami, Usopp, and the rest do, even if they're not as strong as Luffy, is still very, very important. And CP0 end up seeming like the only winners here, since they want the pirates to take each other out as much as possible. So there's a third party getting to capitalize on the fighting of the other two. I feel like I'm playing Risk all over again, and if there's one thing you should know about Risk, it's to pay attention to the guy fortifying in Australia while the others fight amongst themselves. This is a nice perspective shift, showing that even if they somehow manage to beat the Yonko, which already sounds impossible, they'll be weak enough so another force can step in and finish them off. Let's just hope Shanks cruises in at the last second again. And then there's the moment of truth, as Law mentions. Kaido finally takes on his hybrid form. We've been waiting for this for so long, and this tells me we're going to see Kaido more serious than we've ever seen him before. On one end, it's a compliment for our guys pushing him to this point, and on the other end, it looks really bad for our dudes. After all the damage Luffy and Zoro and the others gave Kaido, he just laughs and says this is getting fun. Big Mom says she was thinking the same thing, and we're told the Mighty Emperors block their path. And it looks like there will be no break next week, so let's get hyped for seeing Kaido's hybrid form next chapter. For although we do get the sense of it in this one, Oda is a hype master, and he knows that keeping the form in the shadows for now is the way to build that juicy hype for the next chapter. But yeah, despite everything we've seen so far, Kaido is just laughing and doesn't seem to be too worried, and doesn't seem like he was taking it seriously. I feel like we're going to need Blackbeard and Moria to get in here soon, because these guys just don't seem like they'll be able to pull it off alone right now. The accomplishments of the Supernova have been very commendable so far, but let's be real, the Yonko are just getting started, and Luffy is out of commission for 10 minutes. But man, this is so hype. I can't wait to see what happens next. Let me know your predictions in the comments and what you thought of this chapter. If you do enjoy seeing these One Piece chapter reviews and want to keep them coming, channel your inner Pirate King and smash that like button with no mercy. If you haven't, join the Nakama right now by hitting that subscribe button, and most importantly, hit that notification bell or you will miss future One Piece videos. And while you wait for the next intense chapter to drop, feel free to check out my growing One Piece playlist, where I have videos about the Yonko, Warlords, Supernova, and much more. Link to that is in the description. And I especially want to thank the Patron Squad over on Patreon and here on YouTube who help make videos like this one possible. First and foremost, I want to thank the Patron of Legend, the one acknowledged by Lord Twigo himself, and the most donated champion of the world, Alpha Sigma. And are the 1-tier patrons, the ones who stand atop all clans, Ingrata, The World, Acquire Respect, Pate Hefa, Liam Thompson, Aljatal, Dr. Courtman, Johnny Boy Draws, Emperor Otaku, Spidey Life Tanel, Baked Buddhist, and Tungsten Tarkis. And our Pro Hero tier patrons, the one and and only Gilgamesh, Steelers, Angel Cruz, Anatoly Kazatsky, Joe Stanton, Very Gucci, Jessica Kayla Fond, Rathuen Deora, Alicia Actor, Bonnie Parks, Hinokami and Water, The Red Haired Raven, Joanne Garcia, Jack Watches Anime, Fatboy Games, Deadly Saint, Matthew Cruz, and Anthony Schreiber. Thank you all so much. If you enjoy our work, you can support more of it by going over to patreon.com/AnimeUproar and becoming a patron today for as little as $1. If you do so, you'll get your name featured in future videos alongside these epic people right here, and you'll even get access to our private patron-only Discord where we talk about anime life and of course dank memes. So check out patreon.com/AnimeUproar, link in the description if you're interested. You can also join the YouTube channel by clicking that blue join button next to the subscribe button that you've hopefully already destroyed. So yeah, you can support more content that way if you prefer, and whichever way you choose to support us, you can get the same great benefits. Thanks again, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys!